When you talk of the City of London, well, colloquially, of course, you're meaning the whole lot, the big city. But actually, let's be precise, the city itself is the square mile. It starts around the 1st century of the Roman settlement, with the River Thames going through it, and it was the early commercial centre. The city as such, as you can see delineated on this map, is a very small area with lots of history, tradition, and the home of the financial headquarters, if you will, of the United Kingdom. The financial hub. Brexit has put that financial centre very much at risk. There's the Tower of London and Tower Bridge that you can see over there. The whole area is overseen by the Lord Mayor, which is one of the world's oldest official offices. He acts as an international business ambassador. He had a role in the coronation and his ceremonial robes. He carried the crystal sceptre during the coronation. And of course, there's always the Lord Mayor's parade when he gets dressed up and goes around in a gold coach. Nicholas Lyons is the Lord Mayor of the City of London. My Lord Mayor, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll get to your ceremonial bit in a moment. But the city itself, the fear had been post-Brexit, everybody was just going to, it would no longer be Europe's principal financial hub. Is it?
It is. It is unquestionably Europe's financial hub. It is for the EMEA region, and that's not going to change. The competitive advantages that London has and has had for many, many years have not changed. We are the second largest, capital for managing assets and attracting foreign capital.
But that traditional relationship of bridging EU with US is no longer played. And of course you've lost, a lot of Forex, which has gone over to Europe anyway, a lot of clearing through Euro clearing, that's gone across to Amsterdam, Paris and Frankfurt and Dublin.
Well, it hasn't yet. The EU like to talk about capital markets union, but still 90% of euro-denominated transactions are cleared through London. And when you talk to financial institutions on the continent, they say we want deeply liquid pools and we want efficient, low-cost clearing.
You were saying to me moments ago that there's a tonal difference since the Windsor framework on Northern Ireland and a better working, if you like, of the EU. How does that manifest itself? Can you see more business staying here?
Well, we saw in the wake of Brexit, actually, about 7,000 jobs left London to go to continental Europe, but lots of jobs came to London because European financial institutions needed to build up their UK businesses. Now, since the Windsor framework, there is a very different tone. And I had a meeting just last week with the EU Commissioner, Mairead McGuinness, talking about the Memorandum of Understanding and greater cooperation.
We'll never go back to the days of a single market.
No.
So, to some extent, has the city, this bit, the financial industry, has it made the most of a post-Brexit world? Most people say not yet.
Not yet. I think that's exactly the right way that's the way I would describe it as well. But there are a lot of changes in train at the moment, particularly with the Edinburgh reforms, the Financial Services and Markets Bill. And, we've got the Governor of the Bank of England even saying, we have become too risk averse as a country. We need to move the dial on that. That's a good sign.
I was hoping you might have a bit of, the old ceremonial robes and a bit of a hat. I suppose I didn't ask for that, so he doesn't turn up for that on an average Friday night.
I wouldn't walk through the streets with the coronation robe on.
What was it like?
It was amazing. It was absolutely extraordinary. I arrived at about 10:05 before the 11 o'clock ceremony, so I missed everybody congregating in Westminster Abbey from 8 o'clock. When I arrived, the picture that you showed of me there, grinning from ear to ear, I had just sorted out my coronation robe because there's a long train on it, and I got the crystal sceptre in my hand, but the Archbishop of Canterbury and the Dean of Westminster were standing at the door saying, "Oh, it's the Lord Mayor of London, he's out dressing us again."
You had to actually prove that you were entitled to be part of this, the Court of Claims.
Yes.
You don't get there as of right, even though every Lord Mayor has been part of every coronation.
The Court of Claims is there for everybody to prove their case. That crystal sceptre has been carried by Lord Mayors for the last 600 years at coronations.
come on. You must have had a moment. Don't drop it. Don't
Oh,
drop
I did.
Don't
It was,
drop it.
it was petrifying. I wore calfskin gloves so that I didn't have a sort of sweaty hand with the crystal scepter, but it was fine. And this crystal scepter was given to the city by Henry V after the Battle of Agincourt. The city always used to give the money to the king to raise an army, and this was the thank you letter. Thank you.
On this question of the City of London, this square mile of which you preside, over there, of course, is Canary Wharf. Bigger buildings, more modern, financial industry, and you're snarling.
No, I'm not snarling at all. It's really.
Well, you're sort of sneering.
No, it's part of my. They're a bit nouveau over there.
Oh, there we go. In with the crystal scepter. Bit nouveau.
But it's all part of my responsibility. I'm the UK ambassador, the ambassador for UK financial and professional services, and for London as a global financial centre. So it's all included. And of course, we've got lots of hedge funds over in Mayfair too. We've got more foreign financial institutions in London than there are in any other city. They're all part of my constituency too. I need to look after them just as well as I do UK financial
And
services.
finally, I was reading your sort of manifesto, such as it is, for what you want to do. When you finish your term of office, what will you have been pleased to have noticed?
Look, what I really want to, there are two really important things. One is I wanted to have changed the narrative about financial services in this country. It's such a jewel in the crown. We need to be bigging up financial services much more than we are. We can't have a strong national economy. We can't get that productivity back into the UK without a thriving City of London. And the second thing is I want to mobilise our pension fund to be much more invested in productive assets. We've got £4 trillion sitting in our pension system. But in an environment where you've got inflation, you have to have that invested in productive assets, not fixed income.
Did you enjoy being Lord Mayor?
It's been great. I'm 6 months in. I've got another 6 months to go. It's the biggest privilege you can imagine.
Thank you, sir, for inviting us and allowing us to be here tonight. Thank you.